In the cup,
and
yes.
maybe from a
buy us
very
coffee. Don't throw it. Yeah, don't throw it.
But the biggest big news, the most exciting news that
isn't it?
I literally heard cheering and clapping as we were speaking about it this morning with others. That
You're about to listen to This Week in Sedgefield.
I hope you like salty water, because that's what you get in your tap.
Yeah, we're all tapping into salty water.
So delicious.
Yeah,
It's not. But there was the whole release and sort of statements and everything like that about why it was happening.
yeah. Well, there's been a bit of mixed information.
A mix of salt and fresh water, yeah.
Yes, yeah, a soluble lot of information
And sodium somewhere in there.
Yeah. Oh, so. One of the reasons is that we haven't had good rains for a long time.
Yeah.
You and I were talking a while back about why are they saying that we're in a drought? Well, we are officially.
Now we are actually. Now there's a reason for not watering.
So historically, what's happened is if we don't have a lot of rain, there's not a lot of water coming down the Carte River. So the water that comes, the salty water from the lagoon, the salt by osmosis or something, it drifts back across the Swart Flay lagoon or lake, whatever it is.
It's a lake,
and
Swart
then it
Flay.
goes, and then it goes up the river, and it actually travels quite far up the river.
Okay,
so that's one of the reasons we have salty water.
Okay, that part makes sense. What doesn't make sense is why it all of a sudden started happening right after there was a change in the filter.
Yes, that was a filter pump had broken.
Coincidence.
Well, I think what they were saying. No, they were saying the water in the reservoir. Was obviously in the reservoir whilst they were looking at fixing the pump. So that now has to be diluted by the water that doesn't have as much salt in because of the filter system. There's a lot of mixed things.
Yeah, and also mixed things. And this is where we go to just a word of caution, I suppose. Just for you, young man, a word of caution. Come on. But there are some people in Smutsville who are saying that they think that they are sick because of the water, which is not to say if you are sick, it's because of the water. It's just if you suspect that you are sick because of the water, I think that's worthwhile. Raising to your ward counsellor and going to the doctor, the clinic.
We're hearing that they're testing the water and all that sort of thing.
Yeah, but results come on Monday, apparently, for some of the chemicals.
Yeah. But perhaps people are drinking less water.
Yeah.
Perhaps they're fetching water from not ideal places.
Yeah.
I know the trucks are coming in and out of Sedgefield dropping off water. One would like to think that is good water.
But I don't think it's straight up drinking water. I think you've got to boil it and you've got to do stuff to it, if I remember correctly. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So and maybe because there's less water around. When there's less water around, there tends to be more disease around.
That's true. That's actually very true. Yeah. Well, Mr. Webb, let's take a pause from there and get a word from our sponsors.
Who are our sponsors?
Yes, our sponsors. That's right.
Yeah, we don't have any sponsors, do we?
I thought you were bringing some sponsors along.
I thought I was going to bring some sponsors.
Check your pockets. You may have accidentally left one in there.
Today's episode was sponsored by Chris and Bomber.
And our pockets.
And our pockets, yeah.
Most of my pockets, my left pocket is full. Yeah. I'm not telling you with what.
We've been listening to lots of other podcasts, and normally they start with whoever sponsored them, and then they give a long list of who was the director, who was the
produced by
the producer, the mixer of sound, the
pocket man,
chief gaff, the boom controller.
Yes.
I think the boom controller is the guy that shouts boom.
That's me. I'm the boom king.
Okay,
that's what they call me.
Anyway, so there we go. There is no sponsors. There's no sound guy.
Yeah.
Mind you, you're pretty sound guy. No producers, no directors. No extra writers.
We do want to just mention, hey, we do this obviously for the love of the community, to get the word out and everything like that. So we'd love to be able to continue to do it. So if there are any businesses out there who do want to throw in a sponsorship, do reach out to us.
That's a good idea.
Yeah,
yes,
I thought so. It was your idea.
Coffee at us.
Coffee,
yes.
In the cup still.
In the cup,
and
yes.
maybe from a very
coffee. Don't throw it. Yeah, don't throw it.
But the biggest big news, the most exciting news that I literally heard cheering and clapping as we were speaking about it this morning with others. That's the choo-choo.
The choo-choo, yes.
The choo-choo is on track.
The choo-choo returns. It's back on track. It's all, yeah. we have it on the front page of this week's paper. And I've got to say, I was a little bit sad because I couldn't use any of the puns. I was delighted with the news.
Yes,
it arrived on my desk around Tuesday lunchtime. I must tell you that the guy who wrote the story, Martin Hatchell, he's quite a well-known journalist in the garden route.
Oh, cool.
I had to phone him and say,
to confirm,
dude, are you sure? Because the reason I couldn't use any of the punny headlines like back on track or rides again or back online is that it's happened before. They've announced these sorts of things before. I've been burnt before. And so I couldn't follow the same train of thought. Anyway,
it works.
So, but this time he assured me, he said the operator's license as such has been awarded.
Oh, good.
The tender or whatever it is.
Congratulations,
by
very
Transnet. The investors have put their money in.
Yes.
And the team is together. So work is starting.
It's all
and
happening.
They're
going to happen.
Have Knysna to Sedgefield within a year. They're talking.
That's absolutely incredible.
Isn't that amazing?
I would love it if it doesn't lose steam. So I had to throw it there somewhere. But if we had, I don't know if it would be Revive Sedgefield or just, whatever. Anyone, it would be great if we could reach out to these guys and say, hey, do you need help clearing any of the track? The community will help.
I'm sure.
I would take the kids along and drop them off and then go and do something else. And then,
it's a good way to leave your kids. Yeah,
yes, there we go. Babysitting.
Keep them busy for the day.
Train sitting. The railway children.
Train spotting. There you go.
So that is very exciting. But you've been covering it for years.
Yes.
And there have been many a time. What's different this time from the last times, would you say?
Well,
it's actually going to happen.
Firstly, it's been a long while since we last had the story since we last had. So I think people in general, they know that the public has been burnt.
By a frog.
Sorry for that frog noise.
Frog burning. Yeah.
They know that announcements have been made. It's all about integrity now.
Yeah.
The two people that I know that are involved, one being Martin Hatchell, who's obviously doing the promotion and that
the
sort
marketing,
of thing.
Got the website going.
Well, I don't know if that's him.
Okay.
But the other person is also a long-time Knysnerite, is Alan McVitie.
Ooh, okay.
He was also very involved when they were talking of doing a bypass around Knysna. He devised a route called Rootie's Route.
Oh, how witty of him.
That was years ago. So he's very involved. Classic Rail, I think, are the ones that have got the official tender.
Oh,
so
great.
It feels good.
Yeah.
It feels good. And as I say, Martin Hatchell, being a well-known journalist in the area, I'm pretty sure he wouldn't go to press without
because there have been
I's being dotted and the T's crossed.
Yes, and the train's on track on some form of train on some sort of track.
Yes.
But there have been other news outlets that have spoken about the choo-choo kind of coming back and throwing in all the puns as well. And every time I've seen it, I've kind of shown you like, hey, you're putting it in. You know what's going on. This has been, I think there was last year, like even at the start of the year, there were already sort of murmurings of something
of
happening.
tenders being awarded.
That's
and
it.
what
And already there, you're like, just wait. Yes, come on.
So I do feel good about this.
That's great to hear.
I really hope it's not another damp squid.
Yes.
It'll be a cold day in Sedgefield. Not quite.
Okay.
What I'm really excited about
is
the steam whistle stop. That coffee shop that used to serve the railway line or the trains, the people getting off the trains and whatever.
Joe who runs
Joe
it.
and Louisa
Joe. Yeah,
Groenewold.
okay. Yeah.
And when the train stopped, they lost a huge amount of their regular income.
Yeah.
But they've kept it going.
They have. I love that little spot.
Held the
Yes.
What do you hold? The
train.
coffee.
Hold the train.
They've kept it on
train.
track. Yeah, and they really have survived these long years.
If they hadn't been
I
there,
think was it 2003 when it last. Either 2003 or 2007.
There were two batches. I know from the wilderness side. Yeah, where they had it all set up and running again,
Yes.
and then there were more floods and more landslides, and then that was kind of the last nail.
So the Sedgefield one isn't as huge, the damage to the track, though it has been sitting for a long time. I'm sure lots of sleepers are missing and tracks being.
And I think there are a lot of sleepers there that shouldn't be there. Is one of the issues.
Can you imagine? I mean, for years and years, we've just been driving across the railway lines.
Yeah.
Not even a thought to whether a train's coming.
Man, that's everything.
Yeah, they're going to have to be very
very
careful. The track between Sedgefield and Wilderness. And that's the bridge and what have you.
Ooh, yeah.
There we're going to have some problems. And between Wilderness and George, there was talk a couple of years ago about there being a turntable in Sedgefield.
How retro, like
wiki.
Put on them Rolling Stones and Beatles.
Do the locomotion with me.
Yes.
A train turntable, because we talked about we talked about it this morning. The trains can run backwards.
Yes, steam trains. A bunch of them can do either which way.
I think I'd feel a little
hard done.
Hard done by if I got on in this amazing historic steam train.
You got that on backwards, son. Aye.
You had one job.
Is this AI generated?
Yeah, but they do run backwards. But hopefully they will be able to turn the engine around.
Yeah, that'll be very cool. Okay, very exciting. All of that. Less exciting, but still something that certainly happened, was the Carte Blanche report, an update on Knysna. We've got this great news and great excitement about the train, and it feels like things are getting better.
Yeah.
But there was a 5-minute update on Carte Blanche. They posted it on YouTube. We'll drop it in the link of the of the show. And it did not paint a pretty picture for our town.
I must say I was disappointed.
Me too. I was angry.
Yeah, because if they'd showed just a few. I don't know, positive. I suppose it's not their job to spread positivity.
No, but it's
if they'd sort of like the interview with the mayor, we've all been reasonably impressed with the new mayor.
Yes,
in that he has arrived in Sedgefield. He has talked the talk. He is. We don't know if they're going to be successful or not, but he's putting these 48. What was it? A 14.
14-day rescue plan,
emergency rescue
plan,
and then a 3-month rescue plan. Other sort of plan. A war room he's forming.
Yes, that he is in. He's actually getting active, getting people moving.
They're not just saying, "Look, Knysna has no problems." They are recognizing the problems. We don't know.
Yeah.
The DA says different. They're saying, nah, it's not going to succeed. We've heard a lot of this before.
Yeah.
We don't know. But I do think that Carte Blanche was a bit of a punch in the face.
It was unbalanced.
It was unbalanced.
That's what it felt like. Because
I don't know, because I've been called unbalanced before, and I'm not like that, am I?
You've fallen over 3 times since we started.
That's true, but that's the new glasses.
They're a bit big on the one side.
Yeah.
But what they were doing was just showing the same problems and saying it wasn't getting better. Quick inserts of the NCOP going through their votes and saying that the report isn't accepted. Cut to the provincial minister saying, well, I've tried. And then to the mayor, all that he got to say in this was just give us time. But that's not all that he said. And then they go to, well, the council meetings are still an absolute nightmare and mess. But they are not. They had to use a sound clip from 2024. I think it was August 2024 when it was right.
I remember. You and I talked about it. Yeah, it was. They were insulting one another.
Yes, they were awful to each other, and they couldn't get anything done for it. Now, of course, there are still arguments and stuff, but things are moving along a little bit better. There is a new speaker. All the director roles are filled. If this had happened and we we said it ever since this whole thing started. But if this had been done last year, this time, I think it would have gone under administration and dissolved and all that. It's late. And what they said, even maybe that's the closest in the Carte Blanche report, was they said finally they tried to put them under administration. But there's a reason. And what they didn't say, this was the one. You can see him.
I can see Chris is getting angry, people.
I'm getting unbalanced here. But they didn't report on how the majority of the council and pretty much almost all of the community groups, Tag and all of those,
KIG,
either didn't want to be dissolved entirely or just wanted a different form of administration, like AfriForum.
Yeah,
but they were saying,
I have to correct you in case we get another complaint.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
Tag, did want it under administration.
Okay, but didn't want dissolving.
I'm not sure, but Tag,
Oh, they didn't want. Okay,
but the Knysna Infrastructure Group and a lot of the others didn't want the dissolving. AfriForum, as we mentioned before, they didn't want council dissolved, but they wanted a lesser form of administration.
Yes.
It was definitely. We've said it so many times. It's been feeling more positive.
Yes, there are signs.
I think that the Carte Blanche thing will have a huge effect on December's tourism. I can just see a family sitting there saying, are we going to go on holiday to Knysna again this year?
Yeah.
And them saying, no ways. Look, they've got sewage running in the streets.
And I think they still will come, because I believe that Kino Eves, the Frenchman who has cycled his tricycle, trike, I don't know what you call it, that three-legged bicycle. It's
three-wheeled, I think. Tricycle is a good word.
Okay, cool. Let's
go
with that. Yeah. He's done about 20,000 miles or 20,000 kilometers, I think he said, all the way from France down through Africa, and he vlogs all this. It's all up on YouTube. But
he's like a traveling influencer.
Yes, that's it. Yeah. And his past 5 videos have been from the garden route.
Oh, wow.
And
okay.
Each of them have got, between all of them, they've got between 40 and 85 or 86,000 views. I mean, he gets a lot of views.
86,000
Yeah, he's
views.
a popular YouTuber. I mean, as of recording, the one yesterday that was posted yesterday, he's in Plets in the video, walking around Robberg while his trike gets
I saw
fixed.
the one where he was in Sedgefield.
Oh, how cool was that?
Great. At the market.
Yes. Yeah. And he absolutely loves the place. It's so cool to see it through his eyes. He shows it off, and you get a good look of what this area really looks like in all the different parts.
Yes.
He's very well known in our area, and I think in South Africa. I think the algorithm has played that game.
Oh, that's good. Let's hope so. Yeah. We may end up with a whole lot of French people saying, we want to come here. Cul-de-sac, à la carte, that sort of thing.
How dare you cuss?
Nom de plume.
Yeah. But we're getting connected globally.
Yeah.
And we are hoping, in fact, the NSRI is hoping that we are really getting connected globally.
Oh, another good segue there, Chris. Another good segue.
It would be so smooth if you didn't point it out every time. It was slick.
So what
it's like Chris a handsome man walks into the room and you say, that's a handsome man. We all know it's a handsome man. You don't have to point out the handsome man.
Okay, sorry.
It was slick.
Apologies for the comment on the segue. But what Chris has so nimbly hopped onto is there's been an announcement today of StarLink.
Yes.
StarLink. Oh, glasses. StarLink says it wants to go big in South Africa.
Yeah, that's not brand new news. I mean, there's been the whole...
Well, there's been a bit of a debacle. So StarLink is run by not everyone's favorite person, but some like him, the South African Elon Musk.
The South African-born Elon Musk.
South African-born, he's an American.
Yeah.
Anyway.
He's the
wealthiest man in the planet.
There we go.
In the universe. Well, we don't know. Anyway, so he, as many will know, he has connectivity, internet connectivity through satellite dishes. You were explaining earlier.
Yeah, so he runs one of his companies on top of the boring company, which is tunnels and Tesla and all of these, is SpaceX. And one of their things, they're a commercial, fully privatized, everything like that. Well, they do get some funding from NASA, but that's not important. But they actually launch satellites. So you could put a satellite, if you wanted, into space with this company.
Okay.
You just book a spot exactly what you need.
What would I do with it there, though?
One guy has set it up to take selfies.
Oh, okay.
There we go.
Satellite selfies.
Yeah, there
okay.
you go.
Yeah.
But they've been able to launch thousands upon thousands of satellites.
Okay, and they're now talking. Well, they have always talked internet connectivity.
Yes, that's the big thing. That's what Starlink is.
Everywhere,
Yeah.
in the most remote villages,
Yep.
schools, hospitals.
That's right.
He hasn't got the license for South Africa yet.
That's
so there's
the
been
thing.
a bit of, a lot of argy-bargy
Yep.
because the South African government was saying you have to have some local ownership, a BEE
yes.
partnership.
Yeah, that's
that
it.
sort of thing. So so South Africa is actually one of the few places, I gather,
Yeah.
that you can't get Starlink.
Yeah, you can even get it in Swaziland, which is Eswatini.
Eswatini.
You can get it
Eswatini.
there. You can buy your Starlink kit for about 6,500 rand. And
Okay.
then it is, do you remember it was about 1,000 rand?
Yes,
About 1,000 rand a month, just over, I think, to have internet anywhere and fast and reliable internet
Yes,
because it does stay connected.
Yeah.
And this is something that would have great benefit, obviously, for the NSRI and for our town as a whole.
Yes,
For everyone.
but you mentioned the NSRI. Yeah, that's where this kind of announcement came from.
Yeah.
Well, I suppose it's how I found the announcement. I get regular updates from the NSRI.
They rescue you
and they
often.
yes.
Sir,
Well, normally if I'm
please.
lying on the beach, they try and put me back in the sea. But they announced that they are delighted that Starlink, because in this announcement that Starlink made,
Yes.
they talked particularly about NSRI.
So they got a shout out, yeah.
Yeah. So because obviously when you go off when you're in your boat out to sea looking for
Of course.
drowning people or overturned boats or whatever,
Yeah.
you need connectivity, and satellite is obviously the
Dependable.
answer there. 'cause
Yeah. Yeah.
So they've kind of said we want to serve NSRI, and NSRI were saying, "Wow,
Yeah,
what a brilliant
amazing.
idea! This would be wonderful." So that's how the sort of story came up.
Yeah.
I have to say that the man representing Starlink
Okay.
in this particular announcement,
Yeah.
his name is Ryan Goodnight.
Good night.
Good night.
What's his name? We're done.
His surname is Goodnight.
His surname is Good Night.
Yeah, can
For
you
real.
imagine?
Oh.
Well, look,
Sorry.
let's not go there. But
Yeah.
yeah. I think him and his wife say good night, good night,
Good night,
good night, good
night.
night. It
Do you
probably
also-
just goes around the whole house, like the Waltons.
Is that
Good
how you
night,
speak
good
to
night,
your?
Good night.
Is that
good
how you
night.
speak to your wife? Hello, Webb.
Well, I would if her surname was Good Night.
Yeah,
I
then you would. Yeah. You would
Anyway,
that.
so he was saying Starlink complies with local laws in every market in which it is licensed and will do
Yeah.
the same in South Africa. He reiterated, the report says, however, that the company does not wish to sell equity in its local subsidiary.
Of course.
And needs an amendment to regulations around equity rules before it can invest and launch services.
Makes sense.
Though it also states that they would like to work with local partners.
Of course. I mean,
in the industry.
Yes.
So that's probably teaming up with the likes of MWeb
or someone, just not give away equity.
Maybe Octatel. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean that's an obvious thing. Guys who have big companies, well, they don't want to just give equity away to a company. I mean, man, I sound like a grown up. Yeah, I used equity
you
in a
don't.
sentence. Close enough.
So that's very, very exciting, and I think for the rural areas, I would like I said to you before, I am a bit worried that if they take work away from local South African companies,
Of course,
but
of course.
if they link up with them, Starlink up with them, maybe it'll be. Maybe it'll be good.
Well,
Maybe it'll be a good night for all.
Thank you and good night. What we do have coming up is a way that we might be able to launch some of our own satellites, because on Sunday, I believe, we have the annual Kite Fest.
Yes, aha! We do indeed. If you saw my headline in the paper,
I did. Yes,
we're going to get high this weekend.
Yes.
yes, high on kiting. This is just a reminder to everyone Wonderful day. Let's hope we have some good wind blowing.
Yes, yeah.
So the big kites can get up. But
Yeah.
there'll be a lot of small kites anyway,
even
even
if not,
if the
yeah.
big ones don't. And there's also so much else to do. Good coffee to drink, food to eat.
I drove past this morning. I was heading out to Glencrantz, and then I saw all the kind of demarcated areas there just by the engine garage.
Yeah.
It's always a fun one. Good family one, good
great,
everyone. I'm sure it's going to fill up.
It's all for a great cause. You know, it's
kites.
Masatandani. Well, no, kites aside. Masatandani's bursary fund for transporting kids to schools.
Oh, is that it? Okay, I've seen the little thermometer in the edge. Is it for that bus?
Oh, no.
Is that a different thing?
That's for Masatandani's other work. They have to transport a lot of people.
Golly, they do a lot of things.
They do a huge amount of things.
Sure,
But
they do
this so they have a bus service not owned by Masatandani.
Yeah.
They pay someone, but a lot of the kids can't afford the bus service.
Oh, of course.
So then Masatandani subsidizes it. So,
okay, cool.
yeah.
So it'll be going towards that. That'll be great. Awesome. Great fundraiser for that.
Yeah.
We have some... I loved this story in the Edge. It was one of those fun little ones. But a gas cylinder theft.
Yes.
That happened.
Yes, it happened.
This was it. I mean, it doesn't sound enjoyable, but I just enjoyed the story.
Yeah, no, it is wonderful. Jimmy, the chairman of...
Jimmy, your twin.
Jimmy, my twin brother.
Yeah.
Jim will fix it. He... reported to me on Friday that someone had broken into the town hall. So that's where they operate the mobile meals feeding service.
Yes.
So they do, as the name suggests, they feed people who are very hungry, who are in need of food.
Yeah.
It's a charity. They prepare it all in the town hall kitchen, and then they basically drive it around. They've got various drivers dropping it off at various people's homes. Great service. Yeah. And I think it was the Thursday morning or maybe the Friday morning, Jimmy got a call. Someone had broken in and stolen their gas cylinders. Oh. Yeah, well, a gas cylinder, but a big one.
Oh,
yeah. They have these huge gas cylinders.
Sure.
But the funny thing was, this. Individual. I was going to call him a turkey. Yeah. In fact, I'm going to this turkey.
I'll get the censor out.
He put the gas cylinder in his car and drove it to Shell Garage and said to the attendants, "Hey, do you want to buy a gas cylinder?
Do you want to buy it?"
Yes. Yeah. He tried to sell it to them, and they said, "No, wind your neck in." Anyway, he got in his car apparently and sped off. Yeah. But not before his car and his face, which is well known to the police.
Yes.
Well, I'm sure his whole body is well known to the police, but his face was identifiable. So they know who he is. They have the car number, the registration number of his car. So they'll catch him. If they haven't caught him already, they will catch him soon.
Very soon.
Hopefully the gas cylinder will come back.
That's it.
But Jimmy's main thrust of the story was that the way the community came together, to replace locks that were broken and that sort of thing.
Okay,
and he was just so impressed, and money was raised towards a new gas cylinder, and people coming from all sides to help. Oh, that was great.
Good.
But let's hope old Gary the gas thief does get caught.
Yes. No, I'm just glad that Jimmy didn't feel too deflated by the whole thing.
Very good.
It's all right.
Yeah.
And on that note, we are done for this week.
You're kidding already?
I don't know.
Wasn't there something else we were going to talk about?
Probably.
Yeah.
At some point.
Though, did we? Well, we'll talk about it next week.
Yeah. Or so probably in between. Or do we stop talking with each other now?
Yes. Okay.
Cool.
Right.
Okay. Stop.
So we're finishing now.
There we go. Thanks for the chat.
Good night.